Today we got the camping trail, Yellowstone Paracord, survival, grenade, and bracelet kit we'll be getting into. That's what you're getting. Here's the grenade, bracelet, nice wide bracelet, 2 extra pins. We'll be going over all that in a second. We'll get into it. Everything was well secured in there. These zip ties was on it. I had to cut these just to be able to get everything out. It's pretty well secured in there. Get them all unclipped just to be able to check it out and show you. This bracelets looks like it just breaks over an inch wide. It's a nice wide one compared to a lot of the bracelets that I've seen made, and these will hold up. See that design, that braid? This has been worn over 2 years, and I work construction, and it's held up just fine. I like this. I would call it a clevis. I'm not sure if they call it a shackle, what they're going to call this. I don't see their description of it, but I call it like a clevis. It could be also like a shackle, it could be called, but it has adjustments on here to tighten it up a little bit or loosen it up if you need to. That's as small as it goes, and that's decently small, so it'll get bigger. Here's your pin to tighten it up, and that's what it looks like. They gave you 2 extra just in case you happen to lose that pin. You got a couple extras, and some hardware store sells these little shackles also, so even if you ran out of pins, you can still get more from them. Here's your extra pins. And here is your grenade, your paracord grenade. Same type of hookup, same clevis. Some people like to hook this on their backpack or belt loop if they're hiking or what have you. You can use the assistance also of a carabiner if you had to, just to clip this so it's there in case you need it. I mean, there's not much weight to it at all. You got the paracord that comes with it. I was going to look at the numbers and how much paracord is in each one. I'll get back to that in a second once I look it up. And we'll also dissect into this. Hate to take it apart because it's not going to go back together, but I do want to show you what all comes inside these. Okay, the card says you have approximately 9 foot of paracord in the grenade, and approximately 12 foot of paracord to make the bracelet, plus the 2D shackles. Also, they prefer that instead of a carabiner. It's more useful, more adjustable, and more secure, which they are. But if you undo the paracord, like I said, you will not be able to get the grenade and the bracelet back together unless you know how to tie a bracelet and redo it. But here's a list of what is inside the grenade, which we will get into here in a second. And I will show you in detail what all there is. There's the list. Floats, which are up on that top left, number 1. Fishing hooks, 2 of those. Alcohol pad, fishing line, tinder, which is in number 5, so you'll have that to assist in starting a fire. Number 6 is your fire starter and foil. 7 scalpel blade and 2 weights. 2 swivels, needle and safety pins, and then wire. We'll get all these out so you can see what we got. 1 minute into the unraveling, and you can start to see everything packed inside. Okay, got it down unraveled to where I can just slip it on out. Here's our package. of supplies sealed up. We'll get it all opened up and see what we got. Okay, I wanted to make it a point to show you the foil that the package is wrapped in is not the foil they say that is in the kit. You have extra foil in here, so when you go to unfold everything, in case you need this, don't ever break into this or take it apart unless you absolutely need some of these items, because you're not going to be able to stitch it back together, not the way it was. You might be able to tie it up and secure it back to where you can use it and carry it, but it won't be just like it was. It'd be hard to get it knotted back, that grenade tied back just the way it was sent. But you get an extra piece of foil here that everything's wrapped in, and you get the foil that's inside your kit also. We'll start getting into everything that's in here. Okay, got it all dissected. Wanted to give you a first-hand look with video on how everything looks. Here's the wire that comes in there. Without stretching it out, I couldn't tell you how much footage of wire. You see how many loops is in here. There's your sewing needle, alcohol pad. This is your X-Acto blade, the razor blade. Here's your dry tinder inside the bag, the fire starter rod. Here's your foil, which it is looks like a decent piece, all folded up. And that'll assist you. It's helpful in cooking and stuff if you have something you need to wrap up in it to cook. Here's your little, like a shrimp lure, 2 safety pins. Here's your fishing line and hooks. Here's some extra line and string for sewing, or I'm thinking you could even use it for the fishing. Your 2 weights, that'll unwire, and there's loops on each end, or your bobbers, your floats, open on each end. Swivels, weights, and then there's the paracord that come off the grenade with the shackle. That's just the grenade itself. Then we get back over into the bracelet, like I said, which the bracelet had 12 feet. Yeah, 12 feet of paracord, so even more paracord in the bracelet than there was in the grenade. And this, like I said, this isn't a very thin bracelet. This isn't, there's many ways you can tie these, and this isn't the smaller ones. This is like a double wide bracelet. It's actually a pretty healthy one, and it's got a great sturdy shackle. You're never going to break this clevis that's on there, and it's adjustable. And then your 2 extra pins. Survival situation, you got your fishing gear, so if you're along a waterway, you can at least catch something possibly to eat, whether you use something else for bait you catch or try to use the jig. You got the extra fishing string to mess with and your floats. Safety pins, they can come in handy. Your alcohol pad for sterilization, your X-Acto blade for anything you need to cut. That X-Acto blade, it's a razor blade, but there's your sewing needle if you have to stitch or sew anything up. Your wire, multiple uses. I'm not sure if you can quite do like a snare with it, if it's flexible enough for a snare, but you got multiple loops there, a good amount. Your dry tinder to help you start a fire with your fire rod. I'm going to mess with that fire rod in a second and make sure I can get sparks off of it. And then back to your foil. So I'll get right back. Show you your fire starter. See the sparks? Looks pretty good sparks on it. Alright, that shows you what you get in the kit. I like it. I mean, it's not going to take up extra room in your pack because you can clip it on the outside on any loop, any carabiner, anywhere, belt loop, anything. It'll clip on and just hang until it's needed. Also, it's hardly any weight to it, so you ain't got to worry about it adding much weight on you or being hard to pack around. So when it comes down to something to help you on survival, it's perfect. Love it. It's better than just a bracelet. In here you get the bracelet and you get the grenade with all the stuff in it. So it's a great pack. I would definitely, if you're on the fence, I definitely say, yeah, do it. I mean, it's perfect for gifts also, for the survivalist or backpacker or camper or hunter or even a fisherman, because there's things in there you don't normally carry in your pocket, other than like if you're fishing, you're going to have the fishing stuff. But if you're a camper, a backpacker, hiker, things like that, there's things there you're not normally going to have that can help you survive. So definitely do it. Great product.